Okay, here's the problem. You want to create background images for a cartoon or a comic strip or something. And what happens in Midjourney is you constantly create new and different images and nothing looks the same. It doesn't look like it belongs. And what I want to show you today is how you can easily do this just with two different techniques. So here's the first one. I'm just going to put a prompt in. This is castle, throne room, large golden throne, undecorated red banners. The reason why we want that is because if you don't put undecorated every single time you create a new image, it's going to do a new crest or something. So you can always add that in later, but right now let's just try to get a flat red banner. We want it to be anime cartoon style. We want it to be the background because we can put people and stuff on top of it. And we're giving it some lighting instructions and style instructions with flat color, cell shading, and that type of stuff, right? So let's just go ahead and make an image and see if we can get something that we really like. And then I'm going to show you how to create around that and do something that's going to be really cool. Okay, so we've got 4 images right off the bat. Let's see if we get something we like. We have this one, we've got this one, and this one, right? So I think this one probably gives us the most to work with here. All the banners are basically solid red, and it's got some interesting lighting. It could be a good backdrop. So how do we create more images of this same room? And I'm going to show you how to do different rooms in a minute. But how do we create more images of this same room and keep it interesting? Because what we want to do is have different viewpoints and perspectives and have everything relate. It's really easy. So first off, down here, we use the edit button. So just click that. Okay. Now we can edit and we can create a whole bunch of new stuff. And just by doing it this way, right? So let's make this a little smaller, okay? And then what we want to do is let's go ahead and move it over here to the right a little bit, right? And let's make it even so we know where we are. So that little pink line that shows up. And let's hit submit. Now what we're doing is all the stuff that isn't created, Midjourney is going to fill that in. And let's do the same thing on this side. And then let's also do one where it's centered. Let's find the center here. There you go. And let's do it all the way down to the bottom to see what's above. And then let's do the same thing where maybe we want to have this in the what's in the foreground here. So we'll do that as well, right? Also, a really great trick is to change the aspect ratio, right? So let's just make it a bigger square. And then let's just make this even smaller just to get a bigger sense of scale, because maybe you want something where your character's, in the foreground a little bit. And then also we can move this all the way up and do the same thing here. Now, here's what I want to show you is look at all the stuff that we've created. So let's go all the way back here. Now, this is the images where we panned around a little bit, right? And so see how it created some amazing looks. We could do something with this. Same thing on this side. What's going on over there? And here's the deal is maybe you like these big windows with the kind of the blue tint, right? We had one of those over here, right? So that could be an interesting thing where you're using one side and another side. Now, remember, this is keeping that throne is still in the middle there, right? Not in the middle, but it's still in the picture. And the same thing here where we look above what's going on and we've got different sets of windows. And then here we're looking at the kind of like the floor version of, the throne's way high in the background there. Now, here's the different version where we have more of the room, okay? And then it's the same thing here with this, right? So you see how we got all that? That was pretty amazing. Now, here's what we want to do is we want to create images of maybe a different room in the castle. So let's go back to our original image, which was this one. And then here's what we want to do. Let's get the prompt set up, right? And let's throw the image in there, and let's just have that as a style reference, right? Image reference, I'm sorry. And then let's get the seed number, right? So the seed number helps us be consistent, because this is where Midjourney starts curating from with the random noise. And if we type in seed and put that number in, right, what we can do now is we can, let's make the king's bedroom, right? So let's say the king's bed chamber. And then let's say a massive oak bed, because he's the king, right? And let's go ahead and do one with the image just to see what we get. And let's do another one without it. Let's put the seed back in there, and then let's not use it. And let's just see what we get, right? This is the real fun part about Midjourney, is just discovering, you know, what are you going to do, right? So this one has the style of our last image, and it's got the same golden rays coming in, but it's drawn the same way, right? And we didn't change the bedroom. Sorry. So let's go back to the bed. Let's hit prompt. Let's get rid of the guy there. You know, it's not Midjourney unless you're making mistakes. So that happens sometimes, right? So here is our deal without the style image, right? And we get some good looks. So, you know, we could probably edit these real easy in Photoshop, right? It's not too bad, right? But what we didn't want was a whole bunch of different, so this one's got nothing on the banner, so that's pretty good. So maybe we use that one. Now, the same way is what's going on in the king's bedroom, right? So maybe we want to look around a little bit. So we could do the same thing that we did in the throne room and just move our image around a little bit. Maybe do one where we can see more of the ceiling, and let's do one where we can see more of the foreground. And so by doing this, you can create a lot of different looks, a lot of different backgrounds that your characters that you create can immerse themselves in, right? And let's just scroll down to where we are here. And, you know, so do any of these look interesting? Would you use them? I kind of like that one. I like the blue window with the banners. You know, what's over here? It's another bed. That's kind of interesting. You can see the rafters here. This one looks really cool. And then we've got the top one here where we're seeing what's in the foreground, right? This one's got some candles right here. So imagine a character standing here interacting with the scene. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you learned a little bit, and then you can create some interesting scenes for anything that you're doing. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about how to use Midjourney better, we've got a really great community at on school platform. It's the Midjourney Experience community. Right in the description is a link. We'd love to see you guys there. Come on and join us and help us all learn how to use Midjourney together. Thanks for watching. Take care.